Greeting Moody students, and welcome to BI 3301, Ancient Near Eastern Backgrounds in the Old Testament. My name is Dr. Greg Stevens. I'm your instructor over the next 8 weeks as we move together through this course. My contact information is listed in your instructor section of the course shell, and I've also posted my personal profile in the class introductions forum on the community post section of the course shell. And by the way, please introduce yourself there. That's part of your first week's work. There's some instructions there, so be sure to follow those in completing your own personal class introduction. I'll come back to this in a couple moments. But right now, let me just officially welcome you to BI 3301, Ancient Near Eastern Backgrounds in the Old Testament, offered through Moody Distance Learning. I hope you're as anxious to get into this course as I am. It's a favorite of mine, and I really look forward to walking with you through this experience. There's a devotional thought here for you, so take some time to read through that and to consider it and think how you might apply those truths to your life. And then here's your first week's work. Our topic is Introduction to Comparative Background Studies, and we have 2 objectives this week. We want you to evaluate the differing approaches to comparative studies from an evangelical perspective, and we want you to demonstrate a familiarity with major civilizations in the ancient Near East. You've got some required reading. You're going to be reading in Walton, pages 33 through 40. And then pages 43 through 83, you only need to read the genre section headings, but we want you to skim the material, the literature samples and summaries. This section, these 40 pages, shouldn't take you more than, say, 20 minutes to skim through them. Now, do this thoughtfully. Don't just flip the pages quickly, but do truly skim them attentively. But again, it shouldn't take you more than 20 minutes. Then you need to read the articles by Merrill, Rooker, and Grisanti in Walton. These are most likely PDFs in the week 1 section of the course. And you can download these PDFs and have them for your own use. Your assignments: first, you need to complete the comparative studies reading questions on Merrill and Walton in the Hoosier readings. Then you're going to create a PowerPoint. I'll be assigning you people groups very early in the first week. And then you spend the remainder of the week, part of it at least, compiling this PowerPoint. Be professional. Don't be sloppy. Do a good job on this. Enjoy this assignment. I'm amazed at how good a job so many of your past peers have done in completing this. Some really good work. And I'm looking forward to seeing yours as well. You will also post your presentation both at the link in the assignment section for your PowerPoint, as well as in the people group presentations in the discussion board section, in the community post section of the course shell. This latter post is so you can all view one another's work. The first post in the assignment section is the one I'll be grading. And then in the discussion board, again in the community post section, there'll be a section entitled Class Introductions. And that's where you'll introduce yourself to the rest of the online class. Provide as much information as you like, but please provide what we've asked for. Also, I would personally ask you to include your personal cell phone number, if you have one, or home phone number, and your personal email address. That is your non-moody.edu email address. You should use your Moody email address for all coursework. But I'm asking for your phone number and personal email, so if for some reason the Moody server should crash or I need to get in contact with you, I'll be able to do so. If you're not comfortable posting this information in your class introduction where everyone would see it, then please email it to me so that I'd be able to get in contact with you apart from the Moody email system. But again, that's only what I'd use in an emergency kind of situation. And then, as we said, you're going to post your people group in the people group presentations in the discussion board section. That's so, again, you can all view one another's work on these people groups. But remember, that also must be posted at the assignment link for that PowerPoint in the week 1 assignments. Each folder, by the way, will give you an introduction, the lesson objectives, a link to the reading report, directions for any assignments, a note about any discussions for the week, and resources or other needed relevant and extra information that may be needed. My counsel to you is that you take some time right here at the beginning of the course and look around the course shell here on Blackboard and read over the course syllabus and course schedule carefully and completely. Get acquainted with these 3 items as thoroughly as you're able. If you do that now, your whole course experience will likely be more smooth and more enjoyable. And finally, constantly compare the course schedule and course shell each week to be sure you're not overlooking any of your coursework. And do pay close attention to any new announcements or emails you receive from me. Announcements can be found here each week, Tuesday morning on the announcement page, and I routinely email these, although the audio-visual part that I'm recording right now doesn't seem to email well in these, so you'll have to come to the announcement page for this. Now, a couple or 3 points of clarification. Number 1, again, the Moody Distance Learning Academic Week actually runs from 12:01 a.m. Central Time Tuesday morning to 11:59 p.m. Central Time of the following Monday night. So the academic week runs Tuesday through Monday. This gives you the full week and the weekend in the middle to get all of your work, your papers, quizzes, and exams completed. When it comes to discussion boards, it's best to post early in the week. Get your reading done, and then consider getting your discussion board done. This is so that everyone will be able to see one another's posts as early in the week as possible. I would encourage you to make your initial discussion board post no later than midnight on Friday of each week. And that's again so others can comment on one post. And I will hopefully be assigning groups if that's needed and participating in the discussion board as well. 2 more items about doing your discussion boards. When you're typing your response to the discussion board question, do cite sources, your course text or the PDFs or online sources that may be links from the course. Do cite those to support your points, and do so following proper MLA writing style when you do so. That is, use correct inline citations, and if you do cite sources, then you need to provide a bibliography at the end of your post. Then number 2, when you respond to 2 or more of your peers, you only need to respond to 2 each week, but you can respond to more if you like. When you do respond, do include 3 things. Number 1, provide your peer an appropriate compliment for good insights, well-worded statements, or things you think they did well. Be specific. Number 2, provide them with kind, constructive critique. What could they have done better? What weaknesses do you think there might be in their work? What other suggestions might you have for them on how they could improve their work? And then number 3, always leave your peer with a good, relevant, thoughtful, open-ended question. That's a question that they can't just answer with a yes or no. You need to put good thought into this question, and they ought to have to put good thought into a potential response. Finally, remember that this is college-level work, so be professional. All written assignments other than discussion boards should have a properly formatted MLA assignment heading. And be sure that all work, including discussion boards, is structurally and grammatically correct, with proper spelling and punctuation. Learn to leverage the software, yours and Blackboard's, to your advantage. Use spell check and grammar check to your advantage. These are not foolproof, but they normally can be quite helpful. And then finally, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me at my gstevens@moody.edu email address. Or if there's a really pending issue for you, something you just need to get a quick response, and there's not time for email, I want you to feel free to call me. My phone number appears below in my contact information. And by the way, I spent fall 2014 in Israel with a follow-up pending for this fall. So I'm pumped for this course, and I trust you are as well. Look forward to working with you. God bless. Do a good job on your work. And again, feel free to contact me, usually first by email, but if time is an issue, feel free to call me. God bless.